and welcome to another discussion on resumes, this time about those gaps on your resume that form when you've been out of work for a while. You may have a gap on your resume for a number of reasons: a long-term illness or injury, caring for a sick or injured family member, you were a stay-at-home parent looking after children, you wanted a new career, took time off to travel, or for whatever reason you had to leave your last job. A gap on your resume can make you look like a risky candidate. If you've been out of the industry for several months, your skills may not be as sharp as they once were, and your knowledge of the industry may be out of date. These are some of the reasons why an employer might be concerned when they see a gap on your resume. They're wondering, why has this person been out of work for so long? This absence from employment doesn't have to be an obstacle if you keep yourself active. This way, you can explain what you've been doing and keep yourself up to date, hopefully removing any doubt in your abilities or your desire to work. Here are some examples of keeping yourself busy. Study a new skill that would be useful in your industry, volunteer or do community work, read journal articles from your industry, or get involved with events related to things happening in or related to your field. The important thing is not to let gaps in your resume be the reason you give up on looking for and applying for jobs. Keep networking and working towards employment. Keeping yourself busy is only one half of the puzzle. The other is how you address the gap when talking about it with the employer. If you don't say anything, the first thought of the employer may be, this person is hiding something. Keep in mind the length of the gap and when it was. There's no sense worrying about a gap of 2 months. Employers understand it takes time to find a new job. Also, those 2 years you had off 15 years ago are just as unlikely to be a big deal, because like most things on your resume, the employer is really only interested in what you've been doing recently in the last 10 to 15 years. Be prepared though, the employer may still question you about these time periods, so it's important to know what you're going to say if you're asked. When addressing why you've been unemployed for an extended period of time, it should be covered in your resume or cover letter. Consider putting it in your cover letter if it will bloat your resume too much. To address these gaps, keep your explanation brief but honest. It should be to the point without explaining everything in great detail. You're entitled to your privacy. When addressing these gaps on your resume or cover letter, keep it short. 1 to 2 sentences is a good length. When discussing your situation with the employer during an interview, place more of a focus on the activities you completed or the skills you learned during this time. Remember, it's important to stay positive and show that you're eager and able to get back into work. To summarize this article, keep yourself busy during unemployment and explain in a positive manner why your absence from the industry won't make you a risky employee. As always, if you want any of the information talked about in this video, check out the article on Let's Get Working, which contains everything we discussed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below, on Facebook, or on the Let's Get Working website, and I'll get back to you. Until next time, have a good day.